What's going on, guys? ¿Cómo están? BugaLuis here, and welcome back to another live reaction. And I'm just like, is this real live right now? We got a penalty from Iran, which just got scored, boom, into the back of the net. Iran are joined with Portugal 1-1, and in the other hand, at the other side, in the other match of this group, we had a goal from Spain which was taken care of by the VAR. So it's insane. I'm having two views here. I'm having one of Spain versus Morocco, and I'm having one of Iran versus Portugal. And we are going into the last minute to see which of the two teams are going to progress forward, or which one is going to finish first or second. Iran will need to try and get another goal. I don't think that's going to be possible. Is there going to be enough time for them? Iran has the ball now. No, my God, Iran had the chance. Oh my God, Iran had the chance to score another goal. Is this real life right now? Iran had another chance, had a final chance. No, this was the chance for Iran. No, I feel so sad for Iran now. Oh, it was so close. Do you believe he actually would have gotten the goal? We gotta have something more. We need to have another goal. We need to have something else, because it's insane. It's absolutely insane how these two games have been going to the last minute. How both Iran and Morocco are giving us a real show, are giving us and showing us what is football all about. Showing us to the last minute, the last second. What does it mean to play football? Like, my God, we have 94 and 50. Now we have 95 minutes in Iran versus Portugal, and then we have also 95 Spain versus Morocco. Right now we see a crossfire Morocco. Oh no, they're showing the replay of Spain now. I just have two screens here, and my God, move, like Andres Silva, move. Come on, be respectful, run a little bit. Apparently, with this result, what's going to happen is that Portugal are going to play Uruguay, and then Spain are going to play Russia, which could be something very interesting, because I think we're going to see a better match if Uruguay faces Portugal rather than we see Uruguay first in Spain. I don't know, I prefer Portugal facing off against Uruguay. I think that will be much more of an entertaining match. But there's so much stuff we got to talk about during these two matches. It was just absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. The red card to Ronaldo, I really want to talk about that, because for me, it was a red card. For me, Iran got robbed once again of a penalty shot. What is doing Iran? Iran is throwing the ball on. Asmun bring it back. No, it's going to go to... Oh my God, William Carvalho loses it. Come on, Iran. Come on, Iran. Push it forward, Iran. Push it forward. No. Iran, vamos, Iran. Iran has the ball now. Number 14 now with the ball. Open it up for the cross, for the cross. No. What a cross is that? What kind of cross is that? Oh, the cross was so shit. No, Iran versus Portugal. Iran is gonna go out, unfortunately. Puta madre, no te creo nada. No te lo creo. Spain and Morocco will finish on 2-2. They will finish on 2-2. But what's going to go on with Iran and Portugal? They need to give more time, because they've used the VAR 3 times in this match. 3 times they've used the VAR. 3 times. That's a lot. They need to give like at least 2 minutes for use. And plus other 3 minutes. We're going to go to the 100 minutes. I'm telling you, we're going to go to 100 minutes. We need to go to 100 minutes. Iran. Oh, Iran win it. No, Gonzalo Guedes on the counter-attack now. No foul given. Oh, disappointing. Portugal and Iran finishes 1-1, meaning that Portugal will go through to the next round. But more importantly, it means that Portugal will face off Uruguay, and then Spain will face Russia in the round of 16. We got our first round of 16 matches. It's gonna be intense, because Iran fought to the last minute, to the very last minute. But I gotta say that for me, in my case, in my book, Iran was a little bit unfair. So why don't we start off talking about that match first? Why don't we start talking about Iran versus Portugal, which for me was the most entertaining out of the both? Because certainly I would have thought right away, to be completely honest with you, I would have thought that Spain were going to at least even get a draw or get a win against Morocco. I didn't thought that Morocco would have won, but as soon as Morocco got the first goal, I was like, okay, this is match on. As soon as that happened, I decided to get my phone and streamed the other match on screen. So I had the two screens here. And after that, I just decided to watch both at the same time. But let's start off right away with Iran versus Morocco. Iran versus Portugal. My head is going crazy. It's going absolute crazy. So first of all, I'm going to start off talking about, like I said, Portugal versus Iran. First of all, I gotta say I was very impressed with Iran going very, very attacking. I thought they were gonna go with a similar formation, and it's so sad. The Iran players are crying. They were so freaking close. Beiran Van saved a penalty from Ronaldo. So close. It's so close, so close, so close. It's so sad. It's so sad to see Iran. You deserve respect for every person out there. The happiness that you would have brought to your country would have been insane. But football is not always fair, is it? So, like I said, I was very impressed that Iran didn't go with a normal defensive formation. They had the same thing against Morocco, and they had the same thing with Spain. But this game, they decided to go a little bit more attacking. They decided to actually take the game to Portugal, which in my book was actually kind of interesting because I thought they were going to go defensively. But I decided to go like that, and they surprised me because they actually played really, really good football. They actually hurt Portugal in many, many different chances until the first goal from Portugal came, which that goal, if I'm not wrong, was from a penalty kick from Ronaldo. And I'm going to check in what time was that goal because I want to give you the facts. So the first goal came in the fourth. I know it wasn't from penalty. Yeah, the penalty was saved by Berenban. So the goal came in the 45th minute. So a complete first half nil-nil. But then we saw a 1-2 between Ricardo Quaresma, André Silva. André Silva back again onto Ricardo Quaresma. Ricardo Quaresma with the free outside fingers of his foot. Boom. Curled it around, and it was a golazo. Once again, I always say this on my videos, but it's probably one of the best goals I've seen in this World Cup. Like every time I say this, a new goal arrives, and the bar just like goes even further, you know. So it's insane. It was a very good goal from Ricardo Quaresma and Portugal. That's the Portugal that I know, where Portugal really takes a look at individualities and really decides to do play by one player. Like there's not too much collective in this team. It's either Ronaldo, it's either one player doing another thing. Each player does their role good, but just to break the deadlock, you need a player like Ricardo Quaresma, Ronaldo, Guedes. You need somebody out there to give you something, to give you that little spark that will make your team just progress one step closer to victory. And in this case, it was Ricardo Quaresma. After that, we saw the penalty kick on Ronaldo that, after all, I gotta say, it was kind of shady. Because in my book, it wasn't a penalty, but I could see how you people agree it could be a penalty. In my book, it wasn't the one on Ronaldo. But at the end of the day, it got saved by Berenban, so justice was served. And after that, Iran just never really backed down. Iran always went with their same philosophy to the last minute until they got finally that huge penalty in my book, which was a penalty, when William Carvalho just put his foot over a player and throw him inside the box. I even thought, and that chance at that moment, Carlos Queiroz could have even been sent out because Carlos Queiroz actually went to the fourth official and went like, VAR, where's the VAR? Give me the VAR. And the referee always, they have the chance to send out a manager because of doing that, and not only send them off, but FIFA can actually put a sanction on that player. And that's really sad, because I think that that's human reaction. You cannot send someone and sanction them just because they're asking for VAR. Like, if you're giving us this extra tool, which is VAR, like, you don't need to sanction people because of that. It's obviously something human to do. Like, always people are going to react asking for you to have VAR. So in that sense, I don't think it was fair. But he didn't got sent off at the end of the day. The referee just gave him a warning. But most importantly, it wasn't given as a penalty. Not even the VAR was checked. In my book, it definitely was a penalty, because if we take a look at that foul, if you're done outside the pitch, like doing outside the box, like a normal foul, let's say in the 50th yard, it's always going to get called. That's a foul that always is going to get called. But why in the penalty should be any different? Why it should be any different? But most importantly, the moment where I got triggered was Cristiano Ronaldo's aggression on that, I think it was Haisafi or somebody else, I don't know. But his aggression on that Iranian player, it was insane. Like, although he didn't hit him, it's not about hitting him. It's about the reaction, and it's about the aggression that you want to commit. You could see, when a person just tenses up his muscles and here go to punch somebody and really going on to punch somebody or going to push somebody, you can see it in the face, you can see it on his hands expression, you can see it on how his muscles tense up. All of that can be seen, and we could clearly see how Ronaldo's intention was that he put on strong right hand and really shove it against the player from Iran, and you could see how that was going and is deserved of a red card. And we stopped the match there for a VAR to see what's going to happen, and red card wasn't given. I was really insanely shocked by how that red card wasn't given, because it was a definitely red card. It wasn't even, it was a yellow card. Like, a yellow card, if you're gonna stop the game, you need to give at least a red card. Like, it's a red card or it's not a red card. That's why that's why I'm saying it doesn't matter if it's Cristiano Ronaldo. I bet you, if it was any other player, he would have gotten a red card. But no, it had to be Cristiano Ronaldo, so they gave him a red card. Why a yellow card? Why are referees so shy to give Cristiano Ronaldo a red card? Like, why? Why him? Why Neymar? Why Messi? Why Hazard? Why De Bruyne? Why big profile name players do not deserve the same treatment than others? Hashtag free or hashtag equal rights for all players, because I hate that. Cristiano Ronaldo deserved the red card. He really did deserve the red card. So you can really fuck off, Ronaldo, and the referee as well. You can go two together and do whatever you want later on, because I hate those kind of decisions. It wasn't like the decision was only made because of the player. I swear it was made out of the player. Like, it doesn't matter if it was, I don't know, like Bruno Fernandes or Adrien Silva. If they would have done it, it would also be a red card. Just because it's Cristiano Ronaldo, he was given a yellow card. That's fucking stupid. Like, even if Portugal were going to face some next team in the round of 16, at least make it fair, because Ronaldo shouldn't be there. Ronaldo will be playing an extra game by himself. Like, not by himself, but will be having a free card to play another game where he should actually be resting for that, because he shouldn't play the round of 16 games because of that. It was a red card. It was for a red card. Hashtag equal rights for all players. Sanction is like a foul. It's like a sanction is how do I explain it? Like, I can, like, if I'm a manager and I get a red card, so I need to go out of the stadium, a sanction means something I need to do afterwards. So for instance, they pay me a fine, like pay money, or they make me, or I cannot be there for the next 2 matches. You know what I mean? So an extra kind of sanction I need to pay. So for instance, when you go to school or whatever and you do like something bad, your sanction is detention or is to go do something else. You know, sanction is that extra little bit of like off the pitch thing that you need to pay for about. So I sanction, if you get a red card, I get expelled, but then I need to be like given, for instance, pay money or something like that. That's what FIFA can do if you call for VAR. So that's insane for me, because you cannot be given a sanction out of that. A sanction is like Paulo Guerrero. Paulo Guerrero did doping and his sanction was 16 months without being able there. Like, how can you give somebody a sanction just because they ask for VAR? It's a human reaction. They do not deserve a sanction for that. You know, a sanction is like 6 months not playing or 6 months not being able to coach and the FIFA team. Makes insane. So Carlos Queiroz really got a free card on that one as well, but I don't blame him because he didn't make anything bad. So hopefully you understand now what's a sanction. I don't think I'm the best encyclopedia here. So that was for me a red card. Like, equal rights for all players, really, because Cristiano Ronaldo got a free card. And then we saw, well, the goal from Iran, where, to be honest, it was kind of sad because they scored in the 93rd minute, but then I think it was Guch, or I don't know, Godos is the name of the player. Godos, or got a chance on the freaking net. Or it was Taremi. Somebody of Iran missed the last minute. And it was insane. I was shouting already because I really saw the goal in, but it didn't happen. Imagine Iran beating Portugal 2-1 on the last minute. It would have been crazy stuff. Crazy scenes. Crazy freaking scenes. Oh, I hate my life. And then I hate this. I hate when the team that plays the best and deserved never wins. And the same with Morocco. So now we move out of Iran, Portugal, and now we go with Morocco, Spain. And Morocco, Spain, I gotta say that I'm very, very impressed that I'm very, very impressed with how Morocco played. So, and how Morocco played, and they deserve a lot more. Like telling you, Morocco, they did an amazing World Cup route, and they should have get the win against Spain at least, because it wouldn't mean anything for Iran or the group, but just that win for Morocco and giving them that chance to really raise something about, because they lost unfairly against Iran, they lost then unfairly against Portugal, and now they lose unfairly, or they draw unfairly against Spain. So I think that Morocco deserved a little bit more. I bet you that that not too many people are going to remain Morocco for what they did, but I'm going to remember. Morocco played really, really, really good. And Amin Bouani, 6 months, this is not a fact. This is something I'm telling you. FIFA can come up with whatever they want. It's not 6 months. Like, it's not, that's not certain. I'm just speculating here. I'm just shouting stuff out. It could happen, but it's not 6 months. Like, it's not 6 months. Like, FIFA can do whatever they want. They can give him 2 months, 1 month, whatever. So don't call that on that one, because it's fake news. I'm just saying that it could be like, that's a sanction. A sanction is that kind of thing. I don't know. I've never explained sanction before to somebody, but hopefully you understand. So Morocco against Spain. Let me just go to Morocco against Spain here. Spain versus Morocco. Spain versus Morocco, 2-2 ended up the game. We saw right away a goal from Khalid Boutaib, which, to be honest, I was watching that moment, the game of Iran versus Portugal, and I saw that counterattack from Morocco and was really, really impressed. Hakim Ziyech, what a player, what a guy. Hakim Ziyech, really, really good, amazing performances, really good distribution of the ball. Most importantly, great from set pieces, and just his long passing vision is insane. It's absolutely insane. That pass on to Boutaib was crazy good. And Boutaib then did very well to get the goal in, and most importantly, we have to recriminate Spain on that, because Spain plays a very fast team where Khalid Boutaib is not fast. Like, he's not fast. He's a target man. How can you get beaten by a freaking target man? That's like, I don't know. That's like Fernando Llorente running at you, and your Ramos and Piqué, which are not the slowest center backs. They're actually kind of fast. So how can Fernando Llorente be so deadly on a counterattack? I can never understand. And the same with Khalid Boutaib here. So Khalid Boutaib, well done. Then we saw the goal from Isco, but that's just what happens when people like Andres Iniesta and Isco play together and just create magic. Isco got a goal in for Spain. Then it was 1-1. And I was like, okay, it's certainly going to finish at 1-1 for most of the game. Then we saw a penalty, which next up, we saw a chance for a penalty once again, where the ball fell into the hand of Piqué. I thought it was going to be a penalty. I think it should have been a penalty. VAR wasn't even consulted or anything. But at the end of the day, it wasn't a penalty, but a corner kick was earned. So with a corner kick now, Morocco actually had the chance to score another goal, and they did. They bring on this guy that I'm telling you the other day, where we talk about Morocco losing against Portugal. I'm telling you, we were talking about when they need a striker. And that striker for me had to be En-Nesyri. And En-Nesyri was insane. He scored the goal. He was really good. He was fast. He was clinical. That's exactly what you need. Why don't bring this guy, this young kid from Malaga, sooner? Like, En-Nesyri was your call all along. I'm telling you, En-Nesyri was it, and it was. He scored here for Morocco. They were almost handing him the win 2-1. And then we had here the controversial, once again, VAR consulted goal in which Yago Aspas scored an amazing goal with like a twist like this. I don't know how you say it, but like a back heel crossing over his right foot with his left. Insane. But it was a really good goal, obviously. But I gotta say that for me, it had to stand offside, because you could just see how Yago Aspas was a little bit off than the other line of Moroccan players. And I just thought it had to be offside. He really had to be offside, but apparently VAR is God, and he can do whatever they want. So VAR gave the goal, and it ended up 2-2. So at the end of the day, I gotta give praise to Morocco, because they played really, really good. The same with Iran. They really complicated this team much than any people would have think about. Many people thought that Spain and Portugal are gonna walk this group. Like, both Spain and Morocco are gonna win both Spain and Portugal, sorry, are gonna win all games. So you had like Spain versus Portugal perhaps drawing and then them winning all the other games, but it wasn't the case. We saw Spain drawing against Portugal, Portugal doing the same obviously. Then we saw Portugal winning against Morocco 1-0. The same with Spain beating Iran 1-0, and then we saw Spain drawing against Morocco, and then we saw Portugal drawing against Iran. So it was a tighter group. It was a really tight group, really tight group. So good job for Morocco and Iran, because you were, even though a nation like yours aren't here to win the World Cup and become candidates, doesn't have the best players in the world, the most important thing is that you give your nation what they deserve. And I think that you gave them a very good hope. You always gave them that little bit of hope and gave them that intensity, and most importantly, gave them that thrive to really try and compete here in the World Cup. Like, the most important thing about any team here is that you have to be competitive. Like, for instance, Saudi Arabia, they were competitive. Morocco were competitive. Iran were competitive. Egypt, kind of competitive, if you want to agree on that. And then, for instance, you have to be competitive. That's the main thing. If you can be competitive in the World Cup, then for me, it's always a good job, because that's what you are here for. You're here to do your best. And I think that both Iran and Morocco did their best effort. So good job on them. I got in one question of Amin Bouain again, which is, which team do you think played best in the group offensively, defensively, and overall? Offensively, I think the best team that played offensively was Morocco. I think that they just put into string so many different kinds of different plays. They always take advantage of set pieces, the same with little short plays. Obviously, you can say that teams like Spain obviously can do much better offensively, but the main thing about Spain is that for me, they were just playing too horizontal. Teams against Iran and Morocco, where they actually found it really good, it was kind of difficult for Spain to break through. So in that case, I gotta give it to Morocco, because for me, they were even though they don't score the most goals, they were the team that had the most clear way to try and get the goal. Like, Spain obviously went through by a rebound against Iran. Spain against Portugal, I'm not even gonna count that match. And then we had Spain versus Morocco, where Morocco were still, for me, a little bit more attacking. Defensively, I had to give it for Iran, because Iran really, they played defensively throughout the entire games, except the last one against Portugal. And most importantly is that they're able to get 4 points because of their defensive structure. Like, they've only conceded 1 goal against Spain, 1 goal against Portugal. They've only conceded 2 goals. That's not bad, I think. If you take a look against Spain versus Portugal, you take a look at Ronaldo, you take a look at Diego Costa, Iago Aspas, David Silva, Iniesta, Isco, Andrés Silva, Ricardo Quaresma, etc. You know that, obviously, you may think that, oh, Iran are going to get defeated, are going to get beaten like 3-0, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen like that. And Portugal actually had it tough against Iran, and the same with Spain. So I think that the best team defensively was Iran, but overall the best team, I gotta say, it was Portugal, because Portugal did what they had to do effectively. They got the points against Morocco, they got the point against Spain, they got the point against Iran, and they go through. So that's the most important thing in my eyes. It is that Portugal did what they had to do. They were effective in their cases, in their certain scenarios, and at the end of the day, even though they had the best player in this current moment in the world, Cristiano Ronaldo, they did what they had to do, because I think they function as a team. I think every single player in Portugal played well today. I think the same, they played well against Morocco. I think they played well against Spain. So it's not really about, for me, who played the best football. It's not about which team got the better results, but more about which team played the best football in each kind of area of the pitch. Like, the main team, which team was the best for me, the team that fills me with a little bit for the next rounds is Portugal. If I take a look at Spain, I'm quite like there. Spain, I'm not really confident. I could not bet money on Spain right now, but on Portugal, I could put on $2, 2 soles, 2 euros, 2 money, like little money on Portugal, because I think they are doing good as a team. So overall, now we're going to take a quick reaction at the entirety of the group. I got to say that, after all, let's take a look at the standings. It's Spain which actually finished on top with a better goal difference and actually more goals scored than Portugal. So that's why they go first. And we take a look at this. But first, there are so many comments now. We have disgrace. Absolute disgrace, man. Yeah, I hear you out. Hello, please do more. Please, I want to discuss this. Iran deserves 2 penalties. VAR is shit. It's ruining football. I'm telling you, Kurdi, like, I know perhaps if you deserved more penalties. If we want to talk about the penalties, that's the first thing we talk about in this game. Like, if you may be a little bit late on the stream, but you gotta check it out. Like, as soon as the stream finishes, go check the very first few minutes. In the first few minutes, we discuss everything. So I'm gonna leave you here. First few minutes, we discussed VAR and the penalties. So after the stream is done, check the first 10 minutes. So now we need to continue. I'm sorry guys, but you can check it out afterwards. So I need to continue with the video on, and I cannot be repeating the same thing over and over. But let's talk about the standings. Let's talk about the Korean teams. Let's talk about Spain finishing with 5 points. Let's talk about Portugal finishing with 5 points, then Iran with 4, and Morocco with 1. So Spain, they're going to play on Russia, which Russia finished second. So Russia versus Spain. I think obviously Spain could win that game. I don't know. But let's go with Russia, because Russia, mother Russia, they need to win their World Cup. Who knows? Who knows? The last time Spain faced a team which organized the World Cup, they lost against Korea. I bet you didn't know that. Spain lost against Korea in 2002. So who knows? Russia may beat Spain, hopefully, but I don't think so. But yeah, and then we have Portugal facing off against Uruguay, which is going to be a tasty matchup. We're going to have Ronaldo versus Diego Godin and Jose Maria Jimenez. Insane. We're going to have Suarez and Cavani versus Fonte and Pepe, which obviously I think they're much better. But we're going to have a tasty matchup in there. We're going to have the great attack of Portugal versus the great defense of Uruguay, and Uruguay plus have also great attack. So good job for both teams. I gotta say that overall Spain, for me, in this group stages, they were kind of boring. They didn't do too much, to be honest. And I don't know, they didn't do too much. Like, they played football good, but not convincingly. They got a good result against Portugal, but I thought Portugal deserved a little bit more in that match. And then we take a look at the match against Iran. I think Spain could have done a lot more better. And then against Morocco, they draw, and I think they're looking really, really weak, to be honest. I gotta really read your questions. It was shit in the FA Cup and the Bundesliga. Yeah, it was shit, the VAR, and still got to play in this World Cup. Okay, I check, but Iran deserved it. Yeah, it deserved it. I think one of Portugal or Spain should have went with Morocco. Should have went. Yeah, I believe Russia will win. At least I hope. Penaldo is filming so much. I got so mad. I hope Uruguay beats Portugal. Yeah, let's go. Let's go Uruguay. I hope they lose Korea style. That's what I'm talking about. Korea style. Korea style. Yeah, Korean style. Russia is an impressive team with a taste of their own medicine. Nigeria is looking pretty good. Yeah, so tomorrow we're going to have more matches. And let's see if Nigeria actually managed to go through. Hopefully they can and give us the underdog. Because in this channel, we love underdogs, don't we? We love underdogs. So hopefully Nigeria can win. And hopefully Russia beats Spain. And Uruguay beats Portugal. But next up, we have Portugal. So overall, what do I think Portugal... How did their group stage was? I gotta say they were good. Like, for me, I'll give them like a B rating or A rating perhaps. Spain getting a -B or even a C+, because I think they were really, really weak. I was hoping a lot more from Spain. In the case of Portugal, they did above what I thought they would have done in terms of playing, but the results could have been a lot more better. You understand what I mean? Like, they played good football. They were really surprising for me in that sense. But overall, in the entirety, with the results included, I think they could have done a lot more. Iran, in my case, I gotta say Iran really gets an A+. I think Iran did absolutely wonderful. They got to the last second fighting for a spot in the round of 16, so Iran, I have to give them an A. I thought they had a really good World Cup against Morocco. They were very lucky to get the goal against them in the last minute. Then we saw them getting almost the last minute second, like almost winning or drawing against Spain, and that was really, really good. And now against Portugal, they fight to the last minute. So Iran, you get an A for me. You did a really good World Cup. In the case of Morocco, I gotta say they also did a very good World Cup. However, I cannot give them the same result I would have given them because they didn't concrete those chances. They didn't manage to finish them off against Portugal and against Iran. So unfortunately, I have to give Morocco a probably B/C rating around there because they were really good. They're playing amazingly, but if the results don't back you up, then there's no consistency to what I'm saying. There's no evidence and no argument. So that's very, very unfortunate because I was hoping they would have at least won that game. Like if they would have won against Spain, I would have been very, very happy for you guys. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. I have some more comments coming in. Spain should have went out. I agree. This dude, my favorite YouTuber. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go Russia and Uruguay. Yeah, Russia and Uruguay needs to win. Like, if they don't win, like, if Russia and Uruguay they don't win, I'm going to do something crazy. I'm going to do something really, 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 really crazy. Thanks you for supporting Iran. Always, I like to support the smaller teams. The smaller teams make my day. Like, who cares about Ronaldo? Who cares about Spain? We care about Pulilanganji and we care about Sardar Azmoun. Or, I'm saying it wrong. Sardar Azmoun. Yeah, I'm saying it right. I care about Hakim Ziyech. I care about Nordin Amrabat. I don't care about Isco or Andres Iniesta. Like, we see them every single day playing in Barcelona, in Real Madrid. So why should we care? I like underdogs. I really, really like underdogs. I love them. So we have a new guy joining us in, which perhaps you have commented before. Like, I don't know, guys. You need to put profile pictures because I always see people with no profile pictures and I don't know who are you. So we have Atakan Hur and says, referee says wrong decisions in VAR stupidly. Amratov is the worst referee in the World Cup. I'm going to look him up. He's the referee for which game? Russian Imratov. Oh, he was the referee for Morocco, Spain, right? If I'm not wrong. Yeah, he's the referee for Morocco versus Spain. I don't know, guys. I don't know too much about referee. Nathan Dobbs says, do you reckon Morocco can win the African Cup next year? If they play like this, I think they can beat any team in the world. To be honest, simple as that. If they play good football like they've done today, they need to fix a little bit of stuff defensively. Why didn't Benatia line up today? Was Benatia injured? I don't know, perhaps. So I think that it takes, if they play good, like football, if you play good, you're gonna win. So if they do this and they fix that defense a little bit, just that little bit more, I think they're gonna be good. You have a great squad. You have Hakimi, Dirar, Benatia, Saiz. You have Munir in the goalkeeper. You got Al Mohammedi. You got Belanda, Busafa, Ziyech, Amrabat. And start El Neysiri. Please start him. You saw how good he was today. Start El Neysiri in your African Cup of Nations. Please start El Neysiri. He's gonna be good. Yes, so bad that he got paid by Portugal. I don't know. I don't like to talk about speculation, but someone of you guys told me the other day that in another reaction that they were talking about no way, Benatia retiring? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? No way. Benatia International. No way. I don't believe he's actually retiring. Are you sure? Is it true? Is he retiring? I don't know. I need to look it up. But I trust you. I trust you. Really, really sad. Really, really sad. So, like I was saying the other day, some of you guys told me that Portugal, that one of the referees actually was gifted the shirt of Ronaldo if he actually would have gone for Portugal. So I don't know. Anything can happen, really, to be honest. It's the World Cup. Is insane. So anything can happen. Anything can happen. So, guys, now I need to wrap this up. I need to be wrapping this up. I need to do something in just a few minutes time, so I have to leave now. It's great having you here, guys. I know football is unfair. You're gonna get repaid somehow. Like, I'm telling you guys, whenever everything happens for a reason. So if you get eliminated, you're gonna get something good in the next World Cup, in the next competition. Something good is gonna happen. It always happens like this. The same way, for instance, with Peru. I'm sad Peru got eliminated, but I'm happy because I know there's something more is gonna happen the next year. Something more is gonna happen the next match. It's all about this. It's all about what happens. It's all about what we do. So I think that Morocco, Iran, sadly to see them eliminated, but they're gonna have a great future ahead of him with the players they have. They got really, really good players, really freaking good players. Like, I don't know why people don't talk about them more, because they're really. Hakim Ziyech, he's like, he should go to Liverpool to replace Coutinho. He's insane, like, so good. So hopefully, guys, you have enjoyed. Please remember to drop us a like and leave us a subscribe. Turn on the bell notification icon and follow us on all other social media to keep up to date. And I'm going to be here for tomorrow, where we're going to take a look at France versus Denmark, Peru versus Australia, hopefully going out with those 3 points for Peru. And then we're going to see Argentina versus Nigeria and Iceland versus Croatia, which is going to be both insane because perhaps Argentina will get knocked out. Who knows? Who knows? See you next one. Take care.